What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's going to be another Division 2 video today. We are looking at this build, though, so it's going to be one of my first build videos for Division 2. I want to give a big shout out to Nothing But Skills, who is the inspiration behind this build, although, as everyone should do when looking at build videos, I've put my own spin on it, built it more towards my play style. So, I will leave a link to Nothing But Skills channel in the description to this video. Make sure you check him out, head over there, and if you don't already, subscribe and check out some of his amazing build videos. He can absolutely inspire you the same way he's done for me into really maximizing your damage output and or survivability depending on what you're looking to do in both PvE and PvP modes of this game. So with that said, we're going to have a look at the builds. I'll show you the build, the perks that you're getting there, as well as finish it off with a little bit of gameplay I did earlier with this build, where I took over a control point, pretty simple, but then 2 rogue agents came in at the end of it, which have always been a bit of a pain in the butt for me, especially when playing solo, but as you'll see later on with this build, I handled them with ease. So let's get right into it. So this is kind of a hybrid build. Hybrid being that it is going to maximize both weapon and skill damage. You can see from the stats there on screen that don't have a whole lot of armor or health, but as you'll see from some of the perks and stats and talents that we've got going on, you don't really need it. So starting off with the specialization, we are going with the technician. I'm still actually building up my technician, but one of the main reasons for this is you get an extra skill tier by using this, meaning we can get to tier 6 without having to have 6 pieces of skill tier gear on. Also gives you a lot of extra perks, things like damage to drones and to other enemy skills. Allows you to be able to use your armor kits to heal your skills as well, which is a great perk to have. So looking at the primary weapon, what we're working with here is the capacitor. As you can see, it's not a god roll piece here. It does the job though at 12.3% assault rifle damage, 12% damage to armor, which is maxed out, and then 8% health damage. The main thing here is the talents. When you're shooting enemies, it builds stacks to a cap of 40, each of those stacks granting 1.5% skill damage after 5 seconds. The stack goes away. So as you're shooting people, your skills are becoming stronger as you do so. But also, for each skill tier you have in your gear, you gain 7.5% additional weapon damage. So it works symbiotically, where your gear is making your gun stronger, your gun's making your skills stronger. So for our secondary weapon, what I'm running is actually the P90. This is one of the one of the areas where I'm differing from Nothing But Skills, who runs a marksman's rifle. Now I like this as a backup weapon. It's a submachine gun. As you can see, fully maxed out everything: SMG damage, crit hit chance, maxed out at 21%, and damage to armor maxed out at 6%. But here, really the jewel in this crown is the talent in sync. So again, as we're running a skill-based build, anytime you're hitting an enemy, again, it grants 15% skill damage for 5 seconds. Using a skill, though, or damaging an enemy with a skill grants weapon damage 15%. And then when those are both active at the same time, it's doubled, meaning 30% additional skill and weapon damage when they're both active. Now, that is so easy to pop and to get applied. It takes no effort whatsoever, especially with this build and the way that your skills are operating. Honestly, it just slaps. Right. Looking onto the gear, what we're rolling with here is a 4-piece Negotiator's Dilemma piece, and you're getting that additional 15% crit chance for 2 pieces, 15 extra 20% crit hit damage for 3 pieces, and then the 4-piece gear set perk, which is hostile negotiations. Essentially, crit hit marks enemies for 20 seconds, up to 3 marks total. When you critically hit a marked enemy, all other marked enemies take 60% of the damage dealt. As you'll see later on in this video, you're hitting lots of crit hit damage. So when you're hitting a marked enemy, the rest of the enemies, all the other marked enemies that you've hit, are just getting walloped by 60% of that crit hit attack. Whenever a marked enemy dies, you're getting 2% crit hit damage, stacking up to 20 times or until the combat ends. Right, so you're just building and building and building that crit hit damage. Likewise, when it comes to the attributes here, so what we've done here is we've actually gone to the recalibration station, changed all of these negotiator dilemma pieces to core attribute skill tier. As you can see, I was lucky enough to get a God roll crit hit damage as the second attribute. And then it's got a 10.8% crit hit damage gear mod on it. Now, most of my gear mods, I haven't been able to get very maxed out ones yet. So, there's still scope for this to just get better and better and better. So that, again, is your negotiated dilemma holster. Again, with skill tier as the core attribute and crit hit damage as the secondary attribute. With the knee pads, same again, trying to get that crit hit damage, and the skill tier and the gloves again will be the same. Again, I get those areas. I've still got to optimize and make them just that little bit better, but you'll see it doesn't really matter. Now, where we've gone with for the kind of 5th and 6th pieces here, when it comes to the mask, is the Grupo Asombra mask. Again, just really for that crit hit damage, that 15% crit hit damage for just wearing the mask. But as you can see, this piece is pretty good. Still a little bit of optimization to go. We got 14.3% weapon damage, 11.7% crit hit damage, 6% crit hit chance, and again, that mod that gives us the crit hit, 11.3% crit hit damage. Now for the backpack, there's no other choice but the Memento backpack. Even though this is not a god tier roll, you're getting the extra skill tier, you're getting the extra weapon damage, and this is where your base, really all your armor is coming from. Combine that with the crit hit damage mod and the talent for this backpack, which basically just continues to allow you to pick up bonus armor for every kill that you get. And trust me, you're going to be killing a lot of enemies with this particular build. It means that the survivability is there, even though my total armor is only about 876,000. Right. So that is the builds. What I've gone for with the skills is the assault turret. And as you can see from the stats there, it's doing some pretty good damage, but you can also, the main thing to keep in mind is I'm getting tier 6 on it, even though I've only got 5 skill tiers in my build, and that extra one again is coming from the specialization. So it's quite important if you're wanting to run this that you have that technician specialization, but also running the striker drone. This little beauty, it can save your life in a lot of ways. They flying around just taking out enemies. The main thing about this build is it really combines the ability to use not just your skills to kill everything, but get you involved, because a lot of the bonus perks and bonus damage comes from you attacking enemies as well with your guns. So it means that you have to be in the action, really getting involved as well. So thank you very much. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that you can build something from it. If you like what you've seen, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you don't already, and drop a comment down in the comment section about what you think about the builds, if there's any other builds you want to see on the channel, and I hope you enjoy the gameplay footage. Peace.
Immediate medical assistance needed. Detecting additional hostile contacts.
Need to reload! I'm calling for it.
Heavily armored hostile.
How can I hit anyone from here?
Rogue agent detected.